I never really wanted to do hard drugs, but now I feel like I don't have to. Thanks, Scorsese. Wolf of Wall Street. Wow. I had fun watching this movie. That pretty much sums it up. It's a blast, but it's a tragedy. And where for some people they feel like this movie condones what the main character is doing in this movie, I feel opposite. I never once thought, oh, I want to do that. That looks like so much fun. And while I do think it was fun to watch, you're pretty much watching his demise. I knew from the beginning, oh, this dude is not going to get away with this shit. Like, he's going to have to pay for all the stuff that he's done. And, you know, when things are really, really great and he's in all these drugs and women and kind of cheating the system, you already know he's going to pay for it in the end. And if you can, like, remove yourself from, you know, being in this spot for a second, you realize, yeah, this isn't a good thing. Come on now. It's like you see, you know, Scarface. You see Scarface posters everywhere in all these kids' rooms and stuff. And, you know, people feel like, oh, it's such an awesome movie. Like, people glorify Scarface. But if you really think about it, that movie's a tragedy. And a lot of people are taking it the wrong way. Like, Scarface is really a tragedy. It's not to be, like, glorified at all. And I feel like this movie is kind of similar. Like, I mean, technically, yeah, what he's doing, it seems like fun. You know, you're watching a movie, just like all these video games. It's fun to play, but in real life, no, you wouldn't do it. This movie is the same if you don't look at it that way. But it's a hell of a good time to watch. It was so much fun. Wolf of Wall Street is directed by the master of film, Scorsese. He knows what he's doing. Every single shot that he's taking is just deliberate, it's intricate, it's purposeful, Scorsese's amazing. He's never perfect. It's not like all his movies. He's made a lot of movies, and not all of them are critically acclaimed or liked by all, but you at least know that he knows what he's doing. And this movie's no different. Some people feel like this movie was a little bit too shocking, that it should have been rated NC-17, but if you're in a rated R movie and you're over 17, I don't see the big deal. Like, I wasn't offended by anything. I mean, if you bring your kids, and I did see a kid, like I saw like 3 kids in this movie theater, I'm like, ugh, just because it's rated R as it is. And yeah, this little kid might have saw Leonardo DiCaprio sniffing coke from a hooker's ass. That might have happened, but that's not our fault. It's rated R for a reason. And yeah, there's a lot of crazy things in this movie. A lot of crazy things. This guy, the main character, is a drug addict. That's like the main thing. He's a severe drug addict with a lot of money and wealth and power. So nothing's really stopping him from doing whatever he pleases. And yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. He is one of the finest actors out there. He's not my favorite because I feel like sometimes he falls into like the Tom Cruise syndrome, where it's like everything that he's in, you just can't get past him being an actor and not being the character. But he did a really good job in this movie. Like I didn't see Leo. I just kind of like saw the main character, and he was funny at times. Usually I don't find Leo funny, but there's a scene, let's say he's really drugged up and he's trying to get to his car, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. One of my favorites of this movie, Jonah Hill. I love him. I loved him from Superbad and Grandma's Boy, and now he's like a serious actor and he's really good. Like, and Moneyball was great too, but he's like kind of figuring out his groove. He's really like doing his thing, and he's really great in this movie. He's witty, he's on it, he's sharp, kind of crazy too, right along with Leo. It's very frat boy-y, but just it's fun. It's a fun ride. You just go with it. There was also some, you know, negative views about how it depicts women. And I guess if you want to get into that, but again, like, I mean, I'm a woman. I shouldn't do that. That's weird. I didn't think about it once. I mean, there was one scene where they like highlight one of the women who do work there, like one of the women that work there. most of the scenes deal with like hookers and women being like defiled and like treated not so great by the men, but they wanted to do it. But there's a lot of like loose, like no morale when these women come into the scene, and like I don't know, it didn't bother me. It's the story being told, and whether it might not be pleasing to some, it was what it was. I guess it didn't bother me at all. But I guess that's just me. I see where people are coming from. Like I see what they're saying, but it didn't bother me at all. All in all, there was also Matthew McConaughey. He was like in the very first, like in the very beginning. He's still kind of skinny, probably from his other movie, Dallas Buyers Club. And he's also in a lot of movies lately. Go Matthew, good for you. But yeah, he's really skinny still. And he's sharp, he's on it, he does a good job, you know. Matthew McConaughey is a good actor. He's really like finding his stride as well. So all in all, this movie is a really good time. It's directed by Martin Scorsese. He knows what he's doing. It's great acting. It's a lot of fun. The only thing is, it is 3 hours long, and it's really well paced. Oh, that's another thing. The pacing. It's fast. It's so quick. Like, you almost feel like you're on drugs yourself. It's so well paced, and it's fast, like in your face. And I think it's meant to be that way for a reason. But I'd say like 2 hours in, I just started to feel like my butt hurting because I've been sitting down for so long, which made me look at my watch. Like, I said watch. I mean my phone. Who has a watch? And I did notice, like, I've been sitting down for a long time, but it was really well paced. I didn't feel like it was overly long, even though, yeah, it probably could be cut down to like at least 2.5, or at the most 2.5 or 2 hours. A lot of these scenes are just them having fun and getting into some shit, and I guess some of it could be cut out, but I guess, yeah, it was a bit long. It's a must-see movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I have no complaints. I enjoyed myself. It was a good sign.